Hello everyone, welcome to School Scan Special Drive with me Vasavi Kaliru. Well, let's discuss about all the flaws of education sector which is happening across India. Education is an essential activity. Ignoring schooling will have long-term implications. Various states have attempted to reopen schools with limited attempts such as conduct of entrance tests, optional attendance by some students. Students have also remained out of reach for most of them. It's very nice to read reports about some states reopening schools and some others planning to do. Well, over the last several months, during the various ups and downs, lockdowns and unlocks, start and stop activities in both business and social space, on constant features has been the closure of schools. It is the easiest thing to do because the consequences are not immediately obvious. Well, during the pandemic, they were the first to close nationwide, and the schools were the would probably to be the last to open, and it's been more than an year even when the whole world is getting back to normal and the schools remain shut. Various states have attempted to reopen schools with limited success due to the resurgence of the virus. Barring some attempts such as conduct of entrance test and optional attendance by the students, schools have remained out of reach for most of them. The recent attempts also face obstacles possible lead to a rise in local infections and other disruptions. But let us hope authorities and parents are prepared to face these challenges.
Hope everybody is doing well. Today, I am going to specially speak about the corona pandemic that has become a big problem all over the world. In these testing times, schools have got a very problematic time. So these are some of the guidelines we would like to give you. So first of all, please remember the point, safety is always better than getting affected. Prevention is always better than the cure. So take care of your health. Once the schools start, you have to be extra careful while sending your ward to the school. First of all, make sure that your ward is perfectly all right. After that, once the school timings come, see that you accompany your ward. And we are extra careful. Management has decided to erect thermal scanners over all the gates. There will be thermal scanners only if the child shows the perfect temperature. He will be in. Soon after that, he'll be given sanitizer to wash his hands. So we also, according to the government rules, we'll give special timetable to the students so that all students do not come together at a time. We will allow him through different gates. So once they are into the campus, we make sure that class teachers are there in their respective rooms, and even we maintain distance, perhaps 2 to 3 meters from one bench to another bench. And we make sure that there will be not more than one student sitting in the bench. And we see that proper distance is maintained from the student to student, maybe in the manner of zigzag, or if she is made to sit straight, we see that proper distance is maintained. So then after that, during the breaks, we make sure that all the students do not go at a time, and we have different restrooms, more than 3. So we send section by section students. So we'll change a timetable likewise, not everybody following the same timetable, so that nobody will come in contact with each other. Always remember, there are 2 things that you have to come along with. One is the mask. The other one, if possible, try to bring your own sanitizer. So during the breaks, we will see that after the entrance, there are teachers. After that, there will be ayahs. We plan to erect an open tap system so that students need not touch the taps automatically. Okay, once they are completed, it will be shut. The water flow will be shut. We maintain that students maintain physical distance. It's a completely different phenomena coming to the present, because previously schools were completely different. Now there has to be certain change in the schools, and we are very sure and we are very ready to go with the norms that are given by the government. And after that, teachers will be given a training session how to deal with the students. And even we plan maybe online classes or direct classes to the parents based on the availability on how they should bring their children and how they have to face this pandemic and stay safe and fit. So once they come back, we maximum prevent the exchange of books we ask the students as well as the teachers not to exchange the books with each other. So once the students leave the class, we make sure once or twice the rooms are sanitized again. And we make sure that if the student doesn't feel well, we inform the parents before the entrance, or even if he suffers after the entry into the school, to take them back, because always prevention is better. So if student doesn't feel well, it's better to be staying at home than coming to the school. Then while students are left, it's made sure that they will not be left at a time. And we have got, as I told you, 4 or 5 gates. So we make sure that entry is smooth and exit also is smooth. So they go one by one. So we got enough workforce to go on with our works. And parents are requested to stay alert. Do not send your children outside until it's a dire need, because times are not very good. It can attack us in any way. And even if you are prone to that pandemic, do not be worried, because the death rate is very less. Once you're affected by it, it's not a big worry, because in India, the survival rate is above most of the countries. So we wish a wonderful time to the students, and we promise you the best time here in Vijaya High School. Hope everybody is doing well. Today, I'm going to specially speak about the corona pandemic that has become a big problem all over the world. In these testing times, schools have got a very problematic time. So these are some of the guidelines we would like to give you. So first of all, please remember the point: safety is always better than getting affected. Prevention is always better than the cure. So take care of your health. Once the schools start, you have to be extra careful while sending your ward to the school. First of all, make sure that your ward is perfectly all right. After that, once the school timings come, see that you accompany your ward. And we are extra careful. Management has decided to erect thermal scanners over all the gates. There will be thermal scanners only if the child shows the perfect temperature he will be in. Soon after that, he'll be given sanitizer to wash his hands. So we also, according to the government rules, we'll give special timetable to the students so that all students do not come together at a time. We will allow him through different gates. So once they are into the campus, we make sure that class teachers are there in their respective rooms, and even we maintain distance, perhaps 2 to 3 meters from one bench to another bench. And we make sure that there will be not more than one student sitting in the bench. And we see that proper distance is maintained from the student to student.
Well, that brings us to a more fundamental point. Do we treat the education sector, schools in particular, as an essential activity? In the recent past, we have had big rallies, protests, social and religious festivities on a reduced scale though, and crowded markets, busy roads and almost every activity, but the doors of schools have remained shut. We constantly talk about GDP growth rates but ignore schooling and education while determine, according to several scholarly studies, long-run development and growth. Well, over the last 9 months, human interaction in the real world has become a scarce source. And we have a principal connecting to us to give us a lot more updates regarding the schools and its reopening happening across. Hello, sir.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello, sir. Sir, what is the current status of schools, sir? How are its functioning?
Madam, present only online class running, madam.
Okay.
But government, madam, will open after Sankranti holidays, madam.
Okay.
And maybe, madam, we open 9th and 10th classes only from this academy, year, madam. And already 1 to 5th already declared, madam, no classes, madam. They will direct promoted next class. But 9th, 10th class will, madam, start in after Sankranti holidays, madam.
Okay. So, sir, do we have this academic year like before government had planned at least 120 days of classes for the students in this academic year, but it's already January. So, do we have any other chances that this run up of 120 school functioning days happening this year?
Madam, actually, first government, madam, thinking start December first week, madam, but after not possible because and now second phase that corona problem, madam. So still not open. But actually, madam, that academy will extend it, madam, because actually 10th class board exam, madam, actually every year connect March, but this year May, April or May, madam. I think January after Sankranti will start schools, madam. Maybe, madam, 100 or 120 days will continue run school, madam. Then final exams will conduct April or May, madam. And this year no summer holidays, madam.
Okay, no summer holidays for the students.
Maybe 100%, 120 days compulsory may will conduct classes, madam. That after Sankranti 15th, madam, may we start and will continue the run school, madam.
Okay, sir. So from January 3rd week, school might reopen. So is it for all the private schools and the public schools, sir?
All schools, madam. If government, madam, will declare that schools reopening date, then all schools follow the same rules. Government schools and private schools all follow that same rules, madam. And exams will conduct in April or May. Intermediate, I think intermediate exams will conduct April, madam. I think 10th class maybe May, madam. Will conduct May exams, madam.
So, sir, like once the schedule is out for the school reopening, what are the classes, which class students are allowed? Such as previously, currently now we are allowing only higher class students. So, once the schedule is out, are we allowing primary class students also, or still are we allowing only the school students?
Madam, already government declared, madam, this year no primary classes, madam. 1 to 5th class, no classes. All promoted. And the present, madam, only 9th and 10th, madam, only 9th, 10th will conduct, madam. Maybe one day 9th or one day 10th, day by day will conduct, madam, I think. That also only half day, madam. Full day is not conduct classes, madam. Because of corona. Maybe conduct half day, madam. Only 9th and 10th class, madam. No other classes, still, madam, government not decided. 9th and 10th only will start, madam.
So, sir, other than 9th and 10th class students, then the rest of the school students are still need to wait for how long to attend the schools, sir?
No, present, I think no chance, madam. I think maybe 9th first 9th and 10th start, madam. If there is no corona for that, madam, then again after 1 month, maybe 6th, 7th, 8th start, madam.
Okay, so sir, then what about the primary school students? So currently, if the school's functioning for them?
Primary, this is no chance. Already government announced it, madam. There is no chance primary school classes, madam. They are only online classes, and online class base, they will all promoted to next class, madam.
Okay.
This year no chance primary classes, madam.
So what are the precautions we are taking to take up the classes from January 3rd week, sir? Like
Madam,
any safety precautions?
Madam, that maybe, madam, I think each bench one student, and the government provide sanitation and maybe mask, and maybe run schools shift, madam. I think 50% schools morning, 50% students afternoon. Okay. And each class maybe 10-20 students. That compulsory government will given some instructions, madam.
So then according to the shift wise, then the staff also will be coming according to the shift, or they will be doing double shifts.
No, as per that, madam, if need, if teachers shortage, then the teachers work double shift, madam. Maybe if that is compulsory double shift, madam. Why? Because, madam, teachers are shortage, madam. So we must work double shift, madam.
Okay, sir. Okay. Sir, then how our 10th and 9th class students currently responding to the online classes and the regular classes, if they are attending to the schools currently, sir?
Madam, actually, madam, present many students, madam, all went to villages, and students not follow online classes, and they said my village no network, no TV. So actually, madam, that is the 50% students not attended, madam, the online classes, madam. If schools open, then again we start syllabus from first class onwards. Again we start, madam. Because, madam, this online classes 100%, madam, not success, madam. So we are not dependent on online classes. Again we start all lessons, madam. After when school reopen, we start again from first lesson, and again we syllabus all complete portion, madam.
Okay, sir. So, sir, then when the students are not able to attend to the online classes because of the network issue, what kind of support we are providing as a teacher and the principal to the students?
Madam, actually, madam, in my school, few teachers given mobiles. Also, students, for some poor students not have mobiles. We also buy mobiles and given students. But still, madam, 50% students not interested in online classes, madam. Hello.
Okay, sir. And then do we have any traditional classrooms, general classrooms for the students currently, sir?
Madam, currently no classes, madam. Students is not come, madam.
Okay.
Okay, just teachers daily we are going school, and madam, and we prepared some notes, and we are some worksheets and send by WhatsApp to students. Okay, madam. Day by day, madam, teachers attended schools, madam.
Okay, alternate days.
Alternate days, madam.
Okay, sir. And do we have any other we will be having practical examinations also, and also environmental examinations, science labs, and all everything to be conducted. So, do we have any such facility currently happening through online classes to the students, sir?
Madam, present only run online classes, madam. If any outside competition, students come and participated, madam. But schools present, madam, no, madam, that other classes, madam. After schools reopen only, we start all this, madam.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you so much for joining us in our school scan today, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, madam. Thank you.
Well, the pandemic has forced us to prioritize activities over which this limited resource can be spent. Different societies have chosen to act differently in this respect. And the European model has been to keep schools running as much as possible with great innovations. Denmark and Norway opened schools early in April-May in a staggered manner. Well, this didn't lead to a second or third wave of infection. In the United Kingdom and Germany, schools reopened in the month of August or September of the year 2020, where it was not smooth sailing for them. Some schools had to be closed temporarily. In Germany, adopted mask teasing and reopening schools could have been contributed to some increase in infection number of cases as well. But then, all the activities have produced such an outcome, but the government and school authorities deserve the credit. For instance, the United Kingdom also opted for a second nationwide lockdown in the first week of November, but the announcement resolved to keep schools open, and it also chooses schools over non-essential business. Several countries in Europe did the same, signaling that schooling was to be identified as an essential activity. Of course, such comparisons are not fair, but the incident of infection and the school support system and the budgetary burdens are different. But we should not dismiss these examples on the ground that these countries could keep their schools open because they are developed. It can be argued that they are developed because they consider schooling to be an essential activity and do their utmost to see students do not lose out. Well, in fact, the UK's Education Minister made it clear that the continuity of education is a national priority, and the government was threatening to take action against a local council which has ordered because of schools. government and what else makes keeping schools open so hard in India? There are several factors. For example, average distance traveled by students and the density of student population in any school are high. This makes it difficult to safeguard against the spread of infection. While schools can bring in changes in terms of class arrangements, tackle lunch hours, reduction in physical sports, limited school interactions and year group babbles, where they cannot control what happens outside their premises. But more than these logistical factors, I would like to draw attention to other issues.
Ready to conduct online classes, but keeping in view about the children that they may get addicted to mobile gadgets. So we may conduct after the reopen of the school to the children who are unable to come to school. After reopen, we take special classes and we shall complete the syllabus. We are ready to conduct online classes, but keeping in view about the children that they may get addicted to mobile gadgets. So we may conduct after the reopen of the school to the children.
While not all the decisions need to be taken at the national or state level, where the local councils or districts could have chosen to stay open, depending on the spread of the disease, their local needs and capabilities. In fact, we need this flexibility and freedom at the local level, not just to keep schools open, but more importantly to address the damages brought by the pandemic. Well, inequality in education capability has no doubt been exacerbated due to the closure of institutions during the pandemic. So once schools across the country reopen, it cannot be simply teaching as usual. Schools need to reassess the needs of their pupils and do utmost to attend the same. Well, these are the interesting updates with me, Vasavi Kaleru, in our school scan. That's how schools are getting up after Sankranti, and schools will be having 120 days of classes this academic year. Thank you for joining us. Have a good day.